And as the program throws to a close, see how China female pilots are pushing against gender imbalance in the cockpit.
When Han Si-yuan first decided to apply for a job as a pilot cadet in 2008, she was up against 400 female classmates in China on tests measuring everything from their command of English to the length of their legs. Eventually, she became the only woman from her university that Shanghai-based Spring Airlines picked for training that year. She is now a captain for the Chinese budget carrier, but it has not become much easier for the women who have come after her. Han is one of just 713 women in China who at the end of 2017 held a license to fly civilian aircraft, compared to 55,052 men. Of Spring Airlines' 800 pilots, only 6 are women. China's proportion of female pilots at 1.3% is one of the world's lowest, which analysts and pilots attribute to social perceptions and male-centric hiring practices by Chinese airlines.
For me, the biggest challenge of getting promoted from co-pilot to captain is that, as a woman, usually in the beginning, they will take care of you and they are very kind to you and will encourage you. But when it comes to facing promotion to be pilots, we are all subject to the same standards. No one will lower the standard because you're a woman.
But Chinese airlines are struggling with an acute pilot shortage amid surging travel demand, and female pilots are drawing attention to the gender imbalance. During an average workday, Han pilots a flight of around 180 passengers to and from Chongqing. She particularly dislikes being classified by her gender in the workplace.
I don't think we should stereotype. I really don't like it when people add the word female or male in front of the pilot. We get the same pay for the same job. We do the same job, so we should be judged by our skills and qualifications, not our gender.
The strongest calls for change are coming mostly from Chinese female pilots, thanks to a slew of returnees who learned how to fly while living abroad in countries like the United States. It wasn't until March this year that the China Airline Pilots Association established a female branch. Chen Jingxian, a Shanghai-based lawyer who is also the vice president of the branch, is among those urging for more change. China's airlines only hire cadets directly from universities or the military. They often limit recruitment drives to male applicants and very rarely take in female cohorts.
I really hope more and more women can participate in more industries where there aren't a lot of women occupying high positions. It can expand the number of options of fields for women to work in and can improve their confidence in their careers.
I could hear from the intercom announcement that the captain is a woman. I don't feel any difference in this flight. I think that someone's working capability and specialized skills have not much to do with their gender. What's most important is your capability.
Such gender issues are not confined to China. The proportion of female pilots in South Korea and Japan, where such jobs do not conform to widespread gender stereotypes, is less than 1%. But it is a sharp contrast to the situation in India, which, like China, has a fast-growing aviation market. But thanks to aggressive recruiting and support such as daycare, India has the world's highest proportion of female commercial pilots at 12%. Outside of the cockpit, Han is also a devoted mother of a toddler.
It might sound like there is a conflict, but I love both of these roles. At the same time as doing this job well, I think I can set a good example for my baby. I hope he can understand his mother is someone who works hard to make a living. I hope that in the future he too will have the strength to make his own way in society.
在社会上能够自力更生、自强自立吧。
This is where our flight terminates. We would like to hear from you. Please do send us your comments or suggestions via our social media portal. Thanks for watching. I'm Bukola Jo Oketumbi.